Billionaires are the only minority we should be scared of. They got the power to destroy this country. They don't need your protection. They need your accountability.
No food stamps in November. So I expect every church to have a food bank. If you go to a church and they don't have a food bank, now is the time to ask why.
I'm tired of struggling all of my fucking life! Oh my god! Fuck! Can life just get fucking easy? Just for like a year, just for a little bit, you think at some point life is just supposed to be like better. You work your at every turn of your fucking life, there's another obstacle. Oh my god, please, please help us all! What the fuck is going on?
No, because you, America, for making me pay, or for making me work 4 jobs while I'm in college in rural Tennessee, and I can barely pay my own rent, and I'm taking 19 credit hours on top of those 4 jobs, and I still can't graduate on time, and I still can't graduate early, even though I'm taking 21 credit hours next semester. It's not fair. It's not fair anymore. It's never been fair, not in my lifetime. And will it ever be fair? No, because I'm a woman in America. I just want to live in peace, America. And I will one day. Probably some...
Not feeding the babies we have. Why does the government want more? We're not feeding the babies we have. Why does the government want more? I know you're thinking, what's your statistic? Where's your proof that we're not feeding the babies we have? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that my toddler's daycare just opened a food bank in the fucking lobby? My toddler's daycare just opened a food bank in the fucking lobby because his classmates might not be able to eat. We got the government. Who's in charge of SNAP benefits? The government that's in charge of food. The government that decides where our fucking money is going to go is going to give $40 billion to Argentina. They're going to build a fucking ballroom to have big old gilded dances. They're going to set how much fucking money for missiles. But the babies we already got, we're not going to fucking feed. We already don't feed the babies. And the government's out here saying we're under-babied. We're not under-babied. We're underpaid. You want more babies? Fucking pay us. Give us the money to feed our fucking kids. Could you try that? Could you think that one through? Could you pull up one Excel spreadsheet that says pay the moms and dads and they'll fuck more? Who wants to fuck right now with these bills? Who wants to, huh? Who wants to nut and have it count? Right now, when any moment your fucking job can be taken by AI, or because of some fucking tariff, because some psychopath from the Epstein plane decides on a willy-nilly whim that he's mad at Canada or some shit. Over and over again, I keep getting told, it's our fault. It's our fault that America's this way. Well, it's real fucking crazy. When I look at this government, with how much fucking money they make, and how many fucking vacations they get to use, tell me how we don't get paid family leave. Tell me how the minimum wage at $7.25 just makes just enough sense. Have Dr. Oz of all fucking people stand next to RFK Jr. telling us that we're under-babied and we need to do work. Fuck you. Do your job.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So the internet is full of videos of white Americans crying about how life has become in America. Rent is too high, food is expensive, bills are unaffordable, and even middle-class families are feeling broke. But this is what Black communities has been dealing with for so many years. And when they come out to complain, they are being called all sorts of names. Now the white folks are feeling the same heat, and they are all over the internet crying. This is not just about white people struggling. It is about the system is finally failing the same folks it was built to protect. And that's why this moment matters a lot. Anyway guys, let's watch these videos and we will come back for more talk. Stay with us, comment your thoughts in the comment section, Subscribe to this channel to support the channel, and we will be back.
Living in America right now feels like a punishment. You wake up already behind, you go to work just to stay broke, and you watch the cost of everything rise while your paycheck doesn't move an inch. Groceries are a luxury. Rent is robbery. Healthcare is a joke. And somehow we're the ones blamed for not budgeting better. People are working 2-3 jobs and still choosing between food or gas. Families are crammed into apartments because buying a house became a fantasy. You can't afford to get sick. You can't afford to rest. You can't afford to exist. But they keep telling us the economy's strong. Strong for who? Because it sure as hell isn't the people doing the work. We're out here treading water while billionaires build rockets, politicians trade stocks, and corporations raise prices just because they can. We were promised opportunity. We got survival. And what makes this worse is watching people blame themselves. Like somehow you failed because you can't afford a 1-bedroom anymore. Like you didn't do enough when the truth is the math just stopped adding up years ago. They told us to work harder, but never told us they'd change the finish line. This isn't a country full of lazy people. It's a country full of exhausted ones. Simple as that.
Baby, white TikTok is in motherfucking shambles because they don't understand how EBT benefits are getting cut off November 1st because a lot of them say they didn't vote for it, but they voted for Donald Trump. And see, this is the problem when you play a game that you think that isn't going to motherfucking affect you, but it's going to affect everybody else, and you feel like it's not your problem or situation to deal with. Things will directly motherfucking affect you. You voted for somebody that didn't give a fuck about you. You also voted for somebody that didn't give a fuck about your neighbor. So it indirectly affected you, and now it's directly affecting you because you didn't even know what you voted for. Most white men and women in rural states and rural areas, they are low income and they get benefits through the state. Dummies. And a lot of them voted against those benefits by voting for fucking Donald Trump when they just thought that he was going to deport all the immigrants. They're crying because they're like, what are we going to do for Thanksgiving? What are we going to do? My benefits are going to get cut. I don't know. I didn't vote for this. Yes, you did. Yes, the fuck you did. Sad because now their vote is going to affect millions of people all because they wanted to be racist. Ain't that a damn shame? Fucked up because of the uneducated bunch of people that decided to vote for this man. Now people have to actually suffer behind the hands of them. They are the problem, and I don't wish them any pity. I don't wish them any harm. I wish that they would disappear. Deal with the consequences of your actions. Don't ask for help and figure it out on your own. Actually, how about you ask Donald Trump for help since you voted for him?
Y'all, the white people are fucking fed up on this app. I don't know how many videos I have come across of white people saying, y'all need to fucking chill. The white exhaustion within the white race, it's something to be studied because if y'all are fed up, then you know something is wrong. Like some people, most of the times, there's not that many people calling out white people on their bullshit, especially their own kind. But to see so many videos of just exhaustion is insane. So that's how I know this is just a key indicator of people being more vocal on beliefs where they stand, whereas back then they would just be quiet and just sit in their privilege. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's great. I think those videos are great. Keep calling out people and having uncomfortable conversations in the comments. I'm going to be there. I'm not going to say much, but if I like the video, I like the video because you're also safe. You're also safe. And that's how you identify yourself. Not with a blue bracelet, because I'm not really looking at your wrist out in public. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm not looking at your wrist. So I'm looking at what you say, how you interact, and how you do to change the trajectory. So keep it up. Bye. And don't get me started on the I'm white, non-practicing comments. Chef's kiss.
You need to start seeing lack of access to resource as a type of violence. Intentionally cutting off access to food for 40 million Americans is violence, and people will die. There will be more theft of things like groceries and basic necessities. And I want you to follow the same adage that I would tell anyone else. If it's a chain, it's free reign. When they use terms like subsidies to give companies billions of dollars in taxes, but intentionally use the word welfare for humans that actually need it, that is violence. Economics that treat people as externalities that can be lost or gained instead of human beings is violence.
If you are naive enough to think that the pause to SNAP benefits on November 1st isn't going to affect you because you don't receive food stamps, I want you to hear this. About 1 in 8 Americans receive SNAP benefits. In fact, in Oklahoma, where I live, that's 1 in 6 people. So about 600,000 people in my state alone, Oklahoma, receive SNAP benefits. About 1 in 4 children in the U.S. receive SNAP benefits. But you're not one of those people, so you don't care, but hang with me. When those benefits go away, just about $9 billion in grocery spending vanishes. So you've got to be thinking about not just the grocery stores being able to stay open and pay their employees, but you have to think about the entire supply chain, trucks on the road, people who provide food to these grocery stores. $9 billion. Every dollar spent in SNAP benefits adds about $1.50 to $1.80 to the economy. So cutting those benefits isn't saving that dollar, it's taking away that $1.50 to your local economy. But you don't receive SNAP benefits, you don't work for a grocery store, you don't drive a truck, you don't give a shit. But when all of those things happen, the only way to combat that is to drastically increase the price of groceries. Grocery prices are already up over 3% in 2025 alone, which is almost an entire percentage higher than the average increase in grocery prices over the last 20 years. I thought they were supposed to go down day one though. So even if SNAP benefits only pause for 1 month, which by the way would be detrimental to all the people I mentioned before that you don't give a shit about, it will cost the economy roughly $13 to $14 billion in profit. And you can expect your grocery prices in just that 1 month to go up at least 1%. And states will stand to lose about $300 to $500 million in sales tax revenue. So even if you do not receive SNAP benefits, you never have, you never will, you do not want these to be paused on November 1st.
I don't know what the answer is to this, but it's so fucking bad. We don't make enough money. Collectively, we do not make enough money. Our money is not going as far as it used to go. Home prices, tuition prices, like the way everything has gone up and they're paying us the same amount of money is insane.
I no longer want to live in this world that asks for so much and gives so little in return. 9 to 5, climb the corporate ladder. Bullshit. 2 weeks off a year. Bullshit. White picket fence dream. Bullshit. Retirement age 65, if you even make it that far. Bullshit.
The older I get, the more I feel like the cost of goods and services have gone up, yet the quality and service has nosedived into the fucking ground, and I'm tired of it.
We are being priced out of livelihood. As someone living in America right now, I can't help but shake this feeling of hopelessness of the fact that they are trying to push us out. We are far beyond telling people that they need to find a new job or they need to make more money, because we have a system right now that is literally fighting tooth and nail to make that not happen. The average person is literally suffering.
I don't know if I can do this for the rest of my life. Like, I genuinely get emotional thinking about it, because like I feel like I used to have so much like joy and spark and creativity, and I just don't have that now. I genuinely feel like I'm just a warm body in a desk chair occupying space, and like everything I do day to day doesn't matter.
I'm not hustling for money and work anymore. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm tired of it.
There is no greater frustration than the knowing that money is not real. That money is a figment of our fucking imagination. It is pulled out of fucking thin air, yet it is this insanely powerful force over my life.
I'm just infuriated by it. I can't get ahead. Every month I try to get ahead and I can't get ahead. And I don't know how to cope with that. Everything is so expensive. If you are experiencing the same thing, you're so not alone. And
I just got off a plane from Albuquerque and I had to come down and see it for myself. And I'm outside of the entrance, the security entrance to the East Wing, and the East Wing is literally completely gone. There's nothing left. From here, all you can see is nothing. Just from here straight to the White House, to the house itself. They managed to literally tear down the entire East Wing in 4 days. You know, and it's such a metaphor for what's happening right now. Our democracy, Constitution, the rule of law. 4 days. Literally 4 days. Donald Trump tore down the East Wing in 4 days. This is literally one of the most historic buildings in the United States. No permit, no permission, no congressional oversight, no appropriations. He just went and did it. He asked his billionaire friends to give him money, corporations who had business in front of the White House. His campaign donors raised $300 million to build a vanity project and demolition one of the most historic buildings in the United States. And meanwhile, he literally is cutting off food assistance to 40 million Americans. Grandmothers who take care of their grandchildren, veterans who are struggling, children. He is literally telling the states to not fund SNAP and food assistance starting Saturday, while he is building a $300 million ballroom and demolitioning the White House. And his own press secretary said it herself last week. This is his number one priority. Not feeding the American people, not addressing their healthcare crisis, not trying to get the government reopened, not trying to fix things. His number one priority is building a $300 million ballroom for himself. In fact, he's not even here. He got on a plane to Asia. He doesn't plan to reopen the government. He's not trying to feed the American people. He's not trying to fix healthcare. Mike Johnson shut down the House once again. 5th week in a row. Lockout. Closed down. They don't care. We're literally weeks away from the beginning of the holidays, and they are literally talking about cutting off food assistance to 40 million Americans. So we are here to fight back and use every tool that we have. You know, it's hard. We're in the minority in Congress. We don't have a lot of power, but we are fighting back every single day. And we're here this week. We're using the courts. We're supporting all these lawsuits. The states are filing a lawsuit to get the SNAP funds that are in this $8 billion contingency fund released, because he is choosing. There's money there. He is choosing to let Americans starve rather than allow that money to go out. So our states are going to sue. And we're using every tool that we have. But it is dark times. I'm not going to lie to you guys. And I wasn't sure how I was going to feel when I came down here. You know, I worked in this complex for 4 years during the Obama administration. But it's as bad as I thought it was going to be. But we got to keep fighting, because literally this is our democracy. This is our future. This is our country. So we've got to do everything that we can. So I'm here to do my part. I'm going to head back across town to Capitol Hill, and I'm going to get to work.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Life is getting hard in America. It is not the first time people are coming out to cry on camera. A lot of white people are crying out in the camera. They are crying how expensive it is to live in America. They are crying how expensive it is to pay bills. But this is not happening to one group. It is happening to anyone who is not rich. This is not about race versus race. It is about people versus power. If people can stop fighting each other and start fighting for fair wages, universal healthcare, and an affordable houses, maybe everyone will win, and win for once. Anyways, these are my thoughts. Comment your thoughts in the comment section. Subscribe to this channel to support the channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.